your instructions downstairs. Right here is fine. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
So no stare down. Neither fighter looked at each other. Holly Holm, 20 wins, just the 1 loss and a couple of draws. Laracuente, more experienced. She has had 43 fights. She's got 9 knockouts along the way. Holm with the height and reach advantage. Laracuente, despite having much more experience, only 3 years older. And here we go, round number 1. One thing we know for sure, Laracuente is not going to be awed by Holly Holm.
Although the record there, as you saw, was not real impressive at this point because she suffered some losses in the past few years. Past 2 or 3 years, she's actually lost more fights than she's won. And one time she had a tremendously outstanding record and came into the consciousness of everybody, it seemed like, when she fought Christy Martin to a standstill outdoors at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas on the Felix Trinidad David Reed card.
It was a fight that most observers thought she had won. So 2 experienced fighters here. Holly Holm, the undisputed welterweight champion, putting only one of her many belts on the line tonight.
Holly's a bundle of energy when she gets in there. You saw her jumping around. She does more than just pace.
Yeah, and no nonsense either. Laracuente felt that Holly Holm would run from her. I'm not sure that's an accurate assessment of Holm. I haven't seen her run anytime.
Hands are free. Get your hand out of there, Belinda. Get your hand out. All right, stop. Stop. Break. Nice and relaxed. Box.
Holly Holm, without question, the most popular athlete in Albuquerque, probably the most recognizable person in Albuquerque.
The fights there always draw big crowds. We saw her before a sellout crowd did the fight. She defended her title against Anna Marie Saccarato last year in a tremendous battle.
Yeah, tremendous card, as a matter of fact, much like we've had here tonight at Pachanga. End of round 1. Not much going on. Laracuente complaining that she was headbutted a couple of times.
Don't go straight back. You gotta use the corners. You're angry. Don't go straight back. Jab to her face, straight back to the body. You know what it is? It's a program. She ain't got nothing for you. Woo. Listen, you know she's gonna hold. So keep your hands to yourself inside and throw short shots. Oh, she gotta reach behind your head. Ain't no problem, huh? All right.
In her corner, Mike Winklejohn, whom she calls simply Mr. Winklejohn. They've been together right from the get-go. She says, "Why? I have no reason to ever leave him. He's done everything right for me." It's a really, really close relationship between these two. And there is part of the Holm family. Family drove 12 hours from Albuquerque to get here. Her mom and her brothers and brother's girlfriend, all on hand.
Holly is a preacher's kid.
Yep. And her dad, the preacher, is here as well. First round, there wasn't much going on,
Let her go,
so a little
Belinda.
hard to judge the round at all. Gotta watch those hit.
She lets go. She lets go.
Now I think Holm trying to settle down and actually fight a little more than all that movement.
Yeah. Laracuente, and we touched upon this a little bit earlier, very involved in training fighters. Right now, really more of a trainer than she is an active fighter.
But you said, you know, boxing's in her blood, so she likes to get in there.
Yep.
Still, even though, as I mentioned, she's been losing fights. She did have a very good win last year, however, over Melissa Del Val in June. It's kind of put her back into the mix once again.
It's as though she wants Holm to come to her.
Good left hook from Holm. When I saw Belinda fight Christy Martin, I really thought she was going to be something very, very special.
Hands are free, ladies. Let her go, Holly. Hands are free.
And she says, I know Holm is favored heavily over me tonight. I'm going to get in there, upset Holm, and win or lose, I'll still have a pretty face afterward.
That's right, and she does. Both of them do. In fact, there was a time we were interviewing the fighters earlier today. We kind of looked at each other and said, are we at a boxing match or a Miss America contest? I mean, well, she is the biggest thing in New Mexico. We've talked about that.
Step back and punch, ladies. Step back and punch.
This is round 3. So Holm dictating the tempo of this fight right now, even though there hasn't been a lot of tempo. Good combination right there for Holm. Very quick-handed.
When I say I think she could become more the face of women's boxing, I think in the last 15 years or so, you could say that Christy Martin and then Lucia Riker and then Layla Ali were the face of women's boxing. And Layla's not doing much, if any, boxing anymore. So that position is kind of wide open, Barry. And Holly Holm has a lot going for her.
Yeah, she does.
Can continue to, improve and rack up nationally televised victories. Maybe in the sensational style, she might have a chance to be up there.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think we've seen a lot of that tonight, really. We've seen an awful lot of talent in the ring tonight. You can't emphasize enough how far, and honestly, I'm not being a shill for women's boxing, but I really do. I think it's come a long, long way in a relatively short period of time.
10 seconds. Stop at the bell, ladies. Stop at the bell.
Welcome back, round 4. Not a lot going on through the first 3 rounds.
I've felt that Holm has done enough to win each round.
Yeah, I have too.
But Belinda needs to make something happen here to kind of change the tempo of the fight. She's going to need to come a little faster after Holm.
She is getting out-quicked.
Holm much younger. That is not a surprise. That's what she needs, a big punch like that. But she's got to make it land.
She has 9 knockouts in her career. Just kind of pushed her away with an elbow. Laracuente will make sure that Raul Caiz is aware of that.
Get your hand out, Belinda. Get your hand out. Let her go, Holly. Hands are free, ladies.
You're talking about her trainer, Mike Winklejohn, and that she stayed with him. She's heard from people, why don't you hook up with a more well-known trainer? And there's probably been some people, surrogates, who have put out feelers to see if she might be interested. But she's very loyal that way. She likes the way things are going.
Well, and they're going well. She said he took a chance on her, and other people wouldn't really look at her twice. And taught her everything she knows. As far as boxing, she was a kickboxer. Taught her that first.
Just kind of started out as just an aerobics. She saw kickboxing, so let me try that. Found she was pretty good at it, and then found she was even better at boxing.
10 seconds, stop at the bell.
She was into swimming and diving earlier. Always been an athlete, soccer player. Pretty good left hand from Holm. And the 4.
Time.
Round number 5. Holly Holm in the peach-colored trunks, and Belinda Laracuente sporting the Puerto Rican flag.
Even on her shoes.
There's your scorecard, a shutout. I have it the same way.
Yeah, but it's a shutout, but it's not a wipeout.
Exactly.
I just feel like Holm is just edging her a little bit every round. But Belinda needs a big punch to turn the pace of the fight.
And Holm is making Laracuente miss. There's Mike Winklejohn down the corner watching his charge.
Pick him up a little bit, Belinda. Pick him up a little bit.
You know, that whole Winklejohn-Holm connection reminds me a lot of Kelly Pavlik and his trainer Jack Lowe. You know, in Youngstown, Jack Lowe, his trainer, a lot of people have said, hey, hook up with a more well-known guy. You know, Pavlik said, no, what for?
Yeah, it's going pretty well for him the way it is.
No. Go on, push it.
Head in my face, man.
You be quiet, I'm going to take a foot away. You go to push it right combo. Don't be stupid. Let's go, box.
Well, Kai is the no-nonsense referee, so he could take a point away just for being unsportsmanlike.
Is sassing back at the ref not allowed? I guess
Box,
not.
hands are free. Hands are free, ladies. Hands are free. Let her go, Belinda.
Laracuente did a little grabbing there, too. Dylan Parsley in the corner of Belinda Laracuente.
And he was there in the corner of Melissa Hernandez in the last fight.
Coming to the final seconds now of round number 5, and it's just kind of more of
10
same.
seconds. Stop at the bell.
Really
ladies.
not as
Stop at
much
the bell.
about what Holly Holm is doing, but what Laracuente is not.
Stop at the bell.
And a 5. Undisputed welterweight champion, putting her IFBA belt on the line tonight against Belinda Laracuente. Straight a little low.
You know, there's been a lot of talk, Barry, about a possible women's super fight between Holly Holm, should she win tonight, and the undefeated Mary Jo Sanders, who is kind of the queen of Chicago.
Daughter of Charlie Sanders.
Hands are free. No. Don't push your head down.
Detroit Lion. She's undefeated, 25-0.
Don't push your head down. Let's go.
And there is
Box.
some talk that could possibly be next for Holly Holm, should she get by Belinda Laracuente.
It appears as though both sides are agreeable to the fight. What happened in this first half of this year? And Holm has to get by Belinda Laracuente here tonight. Laracuente, I thought, was coming faster in that last round, Barry. But she comes straight forward. Now they asked her between rounds to
Hands are free.
you're coming
Hands are
forward,
free.
throw the jab.
Yeah, she's not doing much business, and she's just kind of following Holm around. And Holm just kind of doing what she needs to do. It's nothing, out of the ordinary, but it's effective.
Just fine and be quiet.
But that's Holm's style. She'll just wear you out.
As we saw when we saw her fight Anna Maria Sakurado last year, Sakurado was throwing and landing, and Holm was really pushed to the limit in that fight, but nonetheless she was able to win it. So Belinda's got to come with more than she has so far, although she's landing some now.
She is. She just slipped the right hand in a moment ago, but again, is it enough? We're coming back.